So now you know how stress manifests itself in your body, in your physical body, in your emotional body, so how you're feeling about yourself, and then how that can impact your behavior. So what do you do with it? How do you deal with it? How do you at least manage it, at least reduce it? The next few videos I'll do are little experiences that have worked for me and some of the clients that I've helped, and they've shared with me how they deal with their stress levels. So I'd like to share those with you, and some will resonate with you and some won't. Now, I'd encourage you to try them all and you will gravitate towards one or two, I'm sure. But the very first one is to talk to somebody. So it sounds very simple, it sounds very easy, and it can be quite difficult. I remember being in my corporate world, my job, running 9 to 5, running my kids to school, running and racing and always being on the clock. And people asking me, "Hi, Suzanne, how are you?" And me saying, "Oh, I'm great, I'm fine, everything is wonderful, life is great." And it wasn't. Now, it wasn't like that every day, but a lot of the time it was like that, and it was not nice. So instead of actually saying to somebody on those days, "You know what, today is not a good day. Today is not a good day." And sharing at least some of how you're feeling with somebody close. And I'm not saying that you divulge everything to the stranger on the street, but somebody close to you, somebody that you see every day, maybe somebody that you trust, just to share a little bit of how you're feeling can have a massive effect on you and on your day. And maybe, that stressful situation that you thought you were in isn't that bad after all, and they can give you their opinion, or they can give you something that they've done, or some other way of looking at it. So reframing it, because sometimes what happens is we get very much caught up in our head, and we have the same thoughts, the same worries, the same things going around and round and round in our head, and it all seems way bigger than it actually is. So talking is key. Now, if there is nobody that you can talk to, no family or friends or whatever, there's always people out there. There's coaching, there's counselors, there's lots of different therapists, and there's lots of different ways to just to share your message, really. Now, another good way to use those words and get them out of your head, basically, is to write them down. So if talking isn't your thing, you don't want to share with anybody, that's okay, but get the words and the way you're feeling out of your head. People journal a lot these days because the power of actually getting the thoughts out and on paper, and then being able to read those back to yourself again. And again, it's very the same really as talking to somebody. When you can read out what you're actually thinking, it just gives you a different perspective on what's happening, on the situation. So there's two options for you there. Talk to somebody if you can, and there's always somebody to talk to, whether it is a close friend or family or not, there's always somebody there. Or else write them down. Take a few moments, diary, piece of paper, write them down and see how that works for you. Okay, so that's number one of, I hope, the next couple of videos that I will do. Okay.